Okay, great question. Psalm 82:6, and then Jesus actually quotes Psalm 82:6 in John 10. So it's the same issue. Psalm 82 is a very unique and interesting psalm. It says, verse 1, God has taken his place in the divine council. In the midst of the gods, he holds judgment. So you almost get like an allusion back to Job chapter 1, where all of the angels are summoned to God's presence, and he will talk to them, and he asks Satan a question: from where have you come? And so it's not humans in this divine council, it's actually angels in the book of Job. Is that who is being referred to as here? Because in verse 6, so let me back up. They weren't judging rightly, they were judging unjustly, they were showing partiality to the wicked. Verse 5, they have neither knowledge nor understanding, they walk about in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are shaken. And then verse 6 is that I said, quote, you are God's sons of the Most High, all of you. Nevertheless, like men, you shall die. Well, men were already going to die. That was obvious. That was a statement that didn't need to be made if he's referring to men. If he's referring to angelic beings, that statement would need to be made, because like men, you will die. Probably referring to wicked angels. Now, that doesn't absolve the issue, because there is no theological agreement on this passage. There are people who say it refers to mankind, and God called them gods, little gods. The Hebrew word there is Elohim, which is the word that the Hebrew uses for God himself, Elohim. So is it referring to mankind? Is it referring to angels? There's just no consensus on this passage. I don't necessarily think that it's referring to mankind. Now, Jesus brings it up in John 10 because the Pharisees, religious leaders, reject his use of calling himself the Son of the Most High, a Son of God. And he quotes this passage. Now, he is God, and so he is the one who sits in the divine council. He is the righteous judge, so he can make this reference and basically throw it back in their face. Well, how do you interpret this verse? Because I can't call myself a son of God, but you could refer to yourself as a son of God, maybe referring to their misinterpretation of this passage. I don't know. It's a tricky one. It's complicated. I don't believe we are gods. We don't have the ability to create. We are made a little lower than the angels. And so I just trust that the Lord will help us understand this in time. Hope that helps.